Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Morning Brews. My name, of course, is ryansmeltz, and this week we are going to be talking about habits. I have actually started and put a lot more focus on what my habits are, planning my day and my week out, so I wanted to share with you all what some of that looks like, as well as insight from some of the top performers. The one I'm listening to right now is actually Ed Milet. So thanks to the person who gave me the recommendation for that podcast. And today, the question is, what habits do you have? I believe it is a lot easier to alter and change your habits, put effort into improving your habits, or getting better habits if you actually understand what those habits are. So under the bullet points for today, I have good habits and bad habits. And I'm going to talk a little bit about each one, and then I have some suggestions under there, as well as to what a good habit might be and what a bad habit might be. So good habits, right now, I'm going to dive a little bit into my own. Number one is I am pretty good at sticking to a schedule when it comes to my sleep. I will tell you, generally speaking, where I'm at right now, I do require 8 hours of sleep, maybe 7 hours of sleep. I am working on developing my sleep schedule to a point where I only need 6 hours of sleep. I believe that with some high quality sleep and a consistent schedule, that I can get the sleep that I need during that 6 hours. So really just practicing that and staying, once again, on schedule. I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Once again, when it comes to developing habits, when it comes to doing something different, we're talking about moving outside of our comfort zone. Absolutely nobody said that this was going to be easy. I know what I'm working on isn't going to be easy. I know there's going to be days or weeks where I'm going to be tired or exhausted. There's a possibility I may need to pause at some point and take a nap. It's something that I've been working on consistently. I just reverted back to the 4 a.m. schedule. I had changed it previously, but now, because I want to operate within that 6 hours of sleep, I believe that consistently working on that schedule is going to help me significantly. Some other things I've done to help with that is the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I go to the gym. I believe that exercise and working out helps increase your energy. It helps clear your mind. Everybody knows that. So by waking up, putting my gym clothes on, and going straight to the gym, it helps give me a good start to the day. So under good habits, I have gym, healthy eating, positive attitude, hard work, and planning. I think it's important to understand maybe what it requires to kind of get into each of these different habits. For example, the gym. Obviously, you don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You could just work out. So I suppose a better bullet point for that good habit would be exercise. However, learning to recognize your cues, which is something we're going to talk about tomorrow. So for me, for example, we don't really have a setup or space or opportunity to work out here at the house. If I were to do it, I would have to move a little bit of furniture around every day, primarily because we have a preference on how we have it set up. And so if I worked out here on a regular basis, it would take effort in a way that number one, I may not be willing to do that. So it would require me to develop another habit of kind of staging the house in a way where I was able to work out here. So if I'm developing the habit of exercise and then I also have to develop the habit of reorganizing the house, then that might be a little bit difficult. Number one. Number two, I have recognized in the past that sometimes when I have to work out at home, I don't necessarily do it. That being the case, I also know that if I work out outside and it is extremely cold, even sometimes during the summer, if I'm going for a run in the afternoon and it's over 90 or 95 degrees, during these extreme temperatures, I have a tendency to just not go. So instead, I make sure that I maintain a gym membership. I will still run outside. I will still, you know, work out at home on occasion. But I have that gym membership, and I've developed a habit of waking up, going straight to the gym to get it out of the way. As a reward for going to the gym, which is something that we're going to talk about on Thursday, I actually have a membership at a gym that has stuff like the massage beds and whatnot. So I go, I work out, and then I get, maybe a massage chair or hydro massage after the fact as a little bit of a reward. Plus, it definitely helps minimize being sore and aching after my workout. So another thing is my mindset. Underneath this first bullet point for good habits, I have a positive attitude. And that's something that Ed Milet talked about, where coming out of the gym, he's thinking about, he did something or he accomplished something that most other people, the rest of the world hasn't done. So, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going straight to the gym, and then walking out of the gym before most people are awake, definitely does give me a sense of pride and a sense of accomplishment. So, I encourage you to think about that as well as it comes to developing your good habits. You can read the rest of those. I want to talk a little bit about bad habits. Hopefully we can find this week where, our shortcomings are and how we can replace some of the bad habits with good habits. So, under bad habits, I have smoking. I think it's important to realize, just like I talked about with the rewards, smoking might be something, we see a trigger or a cue to go smoke a cigarette, and smoking that cigarette might be like a reward. So it's like we're at work, we work for 50 or 55 minutes, and then we go smoke a cigarette like, oh, we just accomplished this much work, so I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. So recognizing what the cue or what the trigger is, it might give us the ability to easily change that habit simply by replacing it with something. So I know a lot of people think that it's very difficult, but the truth is, one reason that smoking is so difficult for most people to quit is because they have so many different cues and triggers, including stress, including miniature celebration, boredom, that if you only recognize one trigger and work to replace it in that instance, for example, a feeling of accomplishment at work, and then you go, oh, I've earned a break, and that break is smoking a cigarette, then you replace that with, well, instead of smoking a cigarette as a reward for feeling accomplished, I am going to go have a snack in the kitchen. So you've easily now replaced that cue or that trigger with a healthy alternative, and then at the end of the day, you're feeling stressed because you had a lot of work or it's a high-paced environment, whatever the case may be, and then you go smoke a cigarette because when you feel stressed, that's what you do. So we've replaced one cue or one trigger and reward with something healthy, but we didn't address each one. And sometimes doing it in stages may help as well, but we'll get, once again, into more cues tomorrow, and then we talk about later this week how to alter your habits. What are your rewards on Thursday, and then I'm going to go over some different reward ideas on Friday. But the rest of the bad habits are down there. We're all well aware of what our bad habits are. I just want to work to change mine. I think one of my worst habits is probably checking my phone, especially when it dings. So I'm working to set up my focuses, which used to be do not disturb on the iPhone, to make sure that when I'm at home, when I'm at work, when I'm doing something, it's not going off and interrupting me. So I'm looking at it for some stupid marketing email that I'm getting, as well as deleting apps like Facebook and Instagram, if not permanently, then at least during the week, so that I don't, if I do go to my phone to hop on Facebook or something like that during the week, then it's not there. So it reminds me, oh, okay, even though I had this trigger or this cue, like, oh, I need to touch my phone, I need to pick it up, I need to look at it, I don't end up wandering off to something else and wasting more time. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoy the theme of the week. I hope my video is not too jumpy for you, but I guess we'll find out. I appreciate you tuning in. Please leave us a 5-star review. If you got any value from this episode or any other episodes of Morning Brews or Business and Brews, be sure to check out today's episode of Business and Brews. My name is ryansmeltz. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Most importantly, tell your friends to subscribe as well. And I will see you on tomorrow.